All right, good morning. Happy Sunday, y'all. You already know what it is. It's Boruto episode 171. I'm that Nick. Oh, shit. Fuck it. I'm that nigga, Nat Grandchild. And I do these reviews based off a list of things. I go about it sequentially on how the episode was rolled out. And these more so just a list of things that popped into my mind as the episode ran out. It's not really in depth like that. And motherfucker, this ain't no motherfucking education. This ain't no crash course, bruh. So let's get into this shit. First and foremost, bruh. Like, I don't know. This was a weird episode because it started off like with some action, and then like it got real emotional at certain points. So it kind of like, I don't want to say it didn't put, it was like an easy going episode, right? It was very easy going. Like it kind of was like imagine you just sitting in a hammock. It was like a light cakewalk episode, and it seems as if Deep is getting pushed to the side. As for right now, we need some more character development. Motherfuckers got to find out who their parents are, type shit. So let me say what my first point is. I was a little bit thrown off by Kakashi Sensei, my nigga. He was talking about reducing Shijoji's sentence just to fight Boruto, and I'm just like, yo, what the fuck? What part of the deal is this, my nigga? And I had two things. I was like, maybe this is a bit too extreme. Like, what's up with Kakashi? It seems like he's just, like, ever since he just pulled out Chijoji and was like, hey, dog, you gotta fight my mans, it just seemed like, yo, are you crazy? Like, it just seemed, I don't know, like, extreme. It's a bit extreme. I'm like, what's up with Kakashi? And he says, hey, if you survive, that is, you could, get a reduced sentence. So it's like, all right, maybe there's a bit of a confidence. There's something that he knows that we don't know type thing going on. But still, all in all, it was kind of a shock to, hear. And it was straight off from the episode. So, like, as soon as you watch the shit, you're like, oh, shit. And it seemingly, I guess, sets you up for you to be on a more intense ride. However, it's just not how the episode rolled out. I'm not saying it's a bad episode. I'm just saying, it was just a episode where it was like, it started off crazy and then it got a little emotional. But point number two. Now, during this little fight with Shijoji between Boruto and him, he rips out the Restogun like almost immediately. He dodges a punch, then starts hitting his Restogun and shit. And I'm like, already, bro? You're not even going to try to weaken him up a little bit? You're not trying to, just, fight it out a little bit more. Like you're being impatient, dog. And he uses this wind Restogun, the green one. It doesn't really work. And Shijoji says, hey, man, I see you strengthened your Restogun a tad. And when he says a tad, it's like, damn, bro, like how where's the training gone? Where has the training gone? But we see that Boruto says, all right, that was like his little test. He was trying to see where that was. That was like his test on his wind style. He says, now I'm going to have to use that technique. And, still leaving you on a little cliffhanger. At this point, I'm thinking, okay, so is he going to use add a new nature to this thing? Because we've all been saying, is he going to add fire? Is he going to add water, electricity, well, lightning? And it wasn't the case. Which brings me to the point three, the high compression Restogun. I will say, it looks cooler. It looks cooler than his other Restogun. Actually, it looks pretty shit. Like, it looks like it. I'll give it on the appearance wise, I give it like a cool 8.5 to a 9. It looks dope. It looks fucking dope. However, I just wasn't totally blown away by it because it's like, okay, so basically it's another Restogun. It's just, I don't know, bro. Like, I mean, it's like when you watch these videos on YouTube about, like, weeks before and shit, and you're getting hyped up because you want to see some crazy shit. It's like sometimes the fans suggest more interesting ideas than you get in the anime, and I guess you build your hopes up a little bit more, but I'm not saying it's a bad, style of a jutsu. I'm just saying I thought it was going to be a little bit more, and after that happened, I was, I at least wanted Kakashi to explain why the fuck it is so powerful, and he does. He actually, the wish came true furthermore in the episode, saying, well, you can't, because the whole thing was, he was like, I want a big Rasengan like my dad, and he was like, so you realize you don't have that chakra, so what you did instead was condensed it to make it more powerful, which was pretty cool. And another thing is, like, this motherfucker put a fucking crater in Shijoji's chest. That shit was crazy. If it wasn't for his little wind Zephyr Shield jutsu, he would have been dead, according to Kakashi. And it's not like he's some little petite motherfucker. That's a big dude, nigga. That motherfucker at least 300 pounds, dog. 315. I give him 315, dog. 315. On to point 4. Now, after this whole little fight, I brought up a question last time whether or not Kakashi was informed on this seal, like the seal that he had gotten from Momoshiki, that is being Boruto. So Boruto looks at his hand, he notices, oh fuck, my tape, I'm getting exposed. Like, if this motherfucker sees it, he's gonna ask questions. So he fakes as if he ran out of chakra. He falls on the floor, and Kakashi's like, oh, he must have overdid it last night, which is a cool little thing. And someone in my comment section also had mentioned that only people that know were Sasuke. I think at this point it's Sasuke. And if you read the manga, you know someone else knows as well. He's, you know, I don't think they, in the anime, they kind of don't really highlight his intelligence, I don't think, too much. But there's a certain character who's more intelligent than he's shown, at least. Because in the manga, he picks up on everything pretty damn much. As for point 5, now we get to the flip side back to Sakura, who I almost forgot she was in a training mode too, because this whole time I'm thinking about motherfucking Boruto, his new Restogun. What's he gonna do? Is it gonna be water? Is it gonna be lightning, fire? My nigga, what's up? And it totally made me forget about Sarada. Now, she's in the field training with her pops and shit. I'm thinking, okay, he's still throwing kunais at her. I'm like, when he first threw up the scroll, I'm thinking, damn, is he gonna set these bitches on fire? Like, what's next? Because when we first seen the kunai, the upgrade from the marbles, I'm like, what the fuck? Okay. However, the training session's interrupted by Sakura, in which they get into like a little verbal debate, and I'm thinking, fuck, every time Sakura comes through, I get fucking irritated. You know, typical shit. She challenged her to a fight, and before that, they're talking about the Sharingan, and it's like, I must tell you, like, you're not gonna just train your Sharingan, right? I'm like, bitch, we don't want to hear that from you. We want to hear that shit from Sasuke, my nigga. Shut the fuck up. Uchiha shit only, my nigga. Let Uchihas deal with Uchiha problems, my nigga. Sit your ass down. Go to the fucking kitchen, bitch. However, she challenges her to a fight, and I will say this. Hearing Sakura in Japanese is fucking sexy, dog. Because I watched Shippuden and Naruto. Did I watch Naruto? I watched that shit dubbed. And, she was a young girl. She was a young woman back then. And she was, you know Sakura. You know Sakura. But I will say this. I do have a change of heart. Sakura, I fucking love Sakura now. After this, let me just get to point 6 first. Well, let me finish point 5. Because as they're thugging it out and shit, Sakura's throwing the motherfucking hands, right? Sarada thinking she the shit. And then as soon as, like, Sarada gets, like, her back against the wall, Sakura takes some time to educate her on, like, chakra flow and whatnot. And then she starts throwing them hands again, like, hey, like this. And then, Sakura almost gets murked and shit. However, furthermore, Sarada don't give a fuck. She don't give up. Sorry, y'all. I had coffee and, I got this little shit with my chest going on. But Sarada, the dopest thing about this episode, I think, was when Sarada used her Sharingan to copy her mother's motions. And with that being done, she was also able to copy, with her motions being copied, she was also to infuse herself with chakra, and that allowed her chakra control to be on par with her mother. So they get into this whole fist-on-fist explosion type thing. Sakura's proud of her, her dad is proud of her, and Sarada goes on to quote her mother, saying, hey, we're women. We gotta, we gotta be tough in this world, dog. Quoting her mom, which that part right there made me tear up. I'm not even gonna front, because I was talking about that shit about her being a bitch and whatnot. The thing that I think this show is doing beautifully is it's showing the next generation fighting to be independent from their parents and their fingerprints and all that shit. However, they're still their parents. They're still, walking their footsteps, even though if they're taking their own path. Something within them, their spirit, something is just allowing them to be those people that we seen in the last generation and we fucked with. I don't know, and it's just weird. It's just dope to see the parental connections between the old gen and this new gen. It's a different side of characters that we once knew before, and that's where I think I have this newfound love for Sakura. Like, I know I was just calling her bitch 5 seconds ago, but it's like this episode alone has made me flip the switch. And I feel like Sakura moving forward is going to be on a different level. I feel like she's going to be someone who the fan base actually fucks with. Like, I think they're going to be done picking on her and shit. I think this series is going to I think it's going to elevate her, my niggas. Now, On to point 8. God. My nigga God came back in the motherfucking building, and I'm talking about that nigga Orochimaru, God of everybody. Fuck all you other niggas. I ain't talking to the motherfuckers watching this video. I'm just talking about, like, he's the GOAT. I feel like Orochimaru is the GOAT, underrated villain / change of heart ass nigga. He's the same as Sasuke. He's the same thing as Sasuke, except, you know, he don't get the love like that. However, we get God and Mitsuki, and then Log pulls in saying, hey, yo, dog, it's highly likely that the Hashirama cell is one that was stolen from one of your old lab hideouts. One thing that bugged me out about this was Orochimaru seemed very nonchalant. He didn't give a fuck too much. He seems like, it happens, bro. It happens. Log was asking him, hey, do you think you know who it was? Nope. Like, he was being very brief. Like, I'm not saying Orochimaru has something to do with what's going on. All I'm saying is Orochimaru just don't give a fuck about nothing. All he gives a fuck about is seeing what happens before his eyes. What's going to happen next? All right. Like, it seems like his whole goal in life is maybe been achieved or whatever the fuck, but it just seems like he just has more so of a curiosity of what choices will my son Mitsuki make? What challenges will he have to face? It seems like Orochimaru is just like, hey man, I did my shit, dog. And we'll see, ever since he was watching Sasuke, I think Sasuke inspired him. I think Sasuke was Orochimaru's inspiration because he seen Sasuke go from darkness to light, and that made, because at the end of the war arc, the 4th Great Shinobi War, he was watching Sasuke like, oh, okay. And then he even ended up helping in that war. And I think we'll see something similar when real shit pops off later on in this anime series. Mitsuki's fucked up, dog. Mitsuki's fucked up. They're saying like certain body parts won't work anymore. Someone had brought up the fact that maybe he will never be able to use Sage Mode again. This is like in other YouTube video theories that are popping up and shit. And as far as thoughts on the next episode rolls out, it seems like it's gonna be some filler type shit because we got Iwabe, Denki, and hey, my nigga Metal Lee. I was talking to my nigga Omar the other day about Metal Lee, and it's just like, dog, give my nigga a Xanax prescription, dog, because he has too much fucking talent to be too pussy, dog. Like his predecessors, Rock Lee, Supreme Confidence, Mike Guy, Supreme Confidence, Metal Lee, no fucking balls, bruh. As far as the next episode goes, though, I feel like it's gonna be even more lighthearted than this one, and then we're gonna get some more of Mitsuki, because we've been on the whole Boruto and Sarada training, but I feel like, because this whoever the fuck is in the hospital, they want an autograph from Orochimaru. Who's my nigga? I'm telling y'all, they better give my nigga some respect in this motherfucking series, dog. They gotta show his work. They gotta show his research. They need to drop an Orochimaru novel. They need to drop an Orochimaru novel. If they drop that shit, I'm copping. However, I feel like it's going to be heavily based on the next episode, that is. I feel like it's going to be heavily based on both Orochimaru and Mitsuki. And I hope, I'm waiting for that. I think that's going to be the savior of the next episode, because we don't want to, come on, dog. A random ass filler character who wants an autograph, we don't want that shit, dog. But then again, this anime has done a good job of making filler characters be somewhat essential to the story. We had the fucking Haze Shinobi. We thought we were going to be some bums, and they ended up throwing the motherfucking hands. We had that one doctor who was out in the boonies, who knew how to do shit, and, you know, became semi-cool with Mitsuki. You know, a few motherfuckers. Deepa just an anime exclusive motherfucker who's just out here killing the game. But I'm going to end that right here, y'all. Happy Sunday. Song of the day. The song of the fucking day. I'm going to add that into this repertoire of things. It's Michael Sayer. What is it? It was because I was bumping that shit just before this thing. Michael Sayer, Lucky Love. That's the song of the day. Peace, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. If you're new, motherfucker, subscribe, dog. Peace.